Welcome to this message from the mountain, coming to you from the foothills of the White Mountains here in New Hampshire. Today's podcast is titled Wind Power. It's interesting that years ago when our lot was for sale, there were 3 lots. We bought the biggest one and our neighbors bought the other 2 along the side of the road, and it was labeled High Winds at Madison. That was the name of the lot. And I think about that and chuckle still. We're fortunate we get some shelter from the winds that blow across the mountains, but on top, the wind effect is really interesting. Big drifts in the wintertime, and one of my last drives into the cabin was very aware of the fact that a lot of the ground was bare, and when I got up close to the cabin where it gets the brunt of the wind coming down from Mount Washington, there were some pretty good sized drifts, but at the same time it had blew a path around the cabin, so I was able to negotiate driving in the bare spots to get around and get enough of a speed so I drove through the backside drifts that weren't too high and found myself successfully back on the Class 6 road and getting out. Anyways, just thinking of wind power and wind drifts, it seems like the wind of life can pile things up and we can't get through it. Or we need to find a different way, alternate routes. And yet at the same time, in our thinking, that's very important, because when we give ourselves the thoughts of flexibility, then we can find a way around the wind drifts of life or a different route. My name is Mike Lathway, and just some thoughts from the wind effects here in the mountains. Here's my prayer these words are right and good for you whenever you hear them. Thank you so much for listening.